So it's Memphis and Michigan State. Does it give an edge to the team that didn't have to fight tooth and nail all the way in a back-to-back like this?
You know, there's a possibility of that. In fact, that's frankly, Maui is different. You know, there's a couple, as you know, Chris, there's a couple other MTEs that are like this. You don't have this the rest of the season. You play 3 games on consecutive days. Not even the NCAA tournament is that rigorous there. So because of that, I think coaches acknowledge that their players' body response on day 2 and really day 3 is a bit unpredictable. You can try as best you can. It seems Michigan State would be better suited, but I will tell you there is an equalizer at play here. Memphis is the 2nd best 3-point shooting team in the country right now. Tyrese Hunter went off against UConn on Monday. Meantime, Michigan State ranks in the bottom 5 in the entire sport, 364 teams in 3-point accuracy to start the season. I talked with Tom Izzo about that on Monday, and he said, you know, sometimes because you don't want to get in your players' heads, you don't want to put too much pressure on them to make the shot. But in effect, he said, if this keeps up, I'm going to toss that theory out the window, and I'm going to start riding my guys, because if it's not working this way, I'll try anything possible. So Michigan State should have a fresher body, but man, Memphis is big, athletic, good shooters, gave UConn all it could handle. That game has the potential, in my opinion, of the 4 matchups we have, because of how both those teams are built. I actually think Memphis-Michigan State is the best chance at being the best game on Tuesday here in Maui.
Interesting. And Vegas thinks this is going to be tight as well. Virtual pick 'em, Michigan State favored by a point and a half. We have a top 12 matchup tonight. North Carolina, they also have a ton of fans there, taking on that Auburn team that came back to beat Iowa State. Tigers looking for their 3rd top 12 win of the season already, Matt. Are they the most battle-tested team in the country?
Unquestionably. I mean, they're 5-0 with 2 wins against top 5 competition. I'm sure we've said it at some point over the previous 16 to 18 hours on HQ. It's the first team since Kansas in 1989-90 to start 5-0 and have 2 wins in those 5 against top 5 competition. Bruce Pearl continues to do things that had never been done in the history of Auburn's program. And to see the Tigers, I still can't believe that Iowa State basically put up half 100 in the first 20 minutes and lost the game. It is a credit to Auburn. It's not just Janai Broome, although Janai Broome, he looked like a battle-tested heavyweight boxer. He was limping in and out of the post-game press conference because he had full-on body cramps because of how much he had never played more minutes in a game in an Auburn uniform than he did here. And we've seen cramps be an issue in this gym over the years, although now for a good while there's been AC in the building, whereas once upon a time there was not. I'm interested to see on Broome's night-over-night conditioning. And then, you know, Chad Baker-Mazara was big time. Auburn had a variety of players stepping into big moments. Denver Jones, he missed a shot that Broome put back. Watch for him in this game, as well as for UNC real quick. Man, positive developments. Seth Trimble was the best player on the floor in the Dayton game. And for him to have a career high, the way that he did it, I thought was crucial. He's a big voice in that locker room. Then you have Drake Powell, the freshman, hitting the, all of 35 feet from where I'm sitting talking to you right now, Hassel. He hits a corner 3. He's a defensive menace, and he's growing into a true support role as a 3-and-D kind of guy. I thought that was so huge. We all know about RJ Davis. Could be one of the 5 best players in the country. You see him there. He had a team high, I believe, 30 on Monday, but UNC's guard play is going to have to win the day here versus Auburn having a variety of bigger wings. It's a terrific matchup with different coaching styles. This is an incredible field, and if today is even half as good as yesterday, Chris, it's going to be the best opening 2 days in the history of Maui. And I say that knowing full well last year was also phenomenal, albeit in Honolulu because of the wildfires having to push it away for just a year.
All right, we hope that we can continue some of that momentum from yesterday into today. Matt Norlander on 3 or 4 hours of sleep and loving every second of being alive and awake out there on the islands with first games coming up around 3:30 Eastern time. You can hear Matt on the Island College Basketball Podcast with Gary Parrish.